Hi all, welcome back to the SQL training session. So in today's session, we will continue with the part 2 where we are going to understand how we can use the CTE, that is common table expression, for the recursion and to delete the duplicate records from the table. So just in case if you have not watched the part first of the video, then I would recommend to go to the description box and check the part first of the common table expression video and then come to this session. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started to understand how we can use the CTE for the recursion. So as we know, the syntax of the CTE starts with this with keyword, then name of the CTE, then optional keyword, optional column list, and then under the bracket we need to provide the inner query. Now this inner query, we know it could have a single query and it could have a multiple queries as well. And after closing the brace, immediately after we need to extract the data from the CTE. So this was the initial background of the CTE. Now, if we wanted to do the recursion operation with the help of the CTE, so what is the syntax of that? So this is the syntax. I will highlight it. Just look at carefully. Look at the syntax. So it is everything is same. Only in the inner part, if you understand this, the very first is the initial query. Then we need to provide the union all, and then the recursive query. Okay, so this part is a little bit different, and this is what we need to understand in this session. Recursive query is something which will be recursive in nature, which will be executed multiple times, and it will take the reference uh, of the declared CTE. It will take the reference of the declared CTE itself. Okay, so let me demonstrate one example. Okay, so before that, I'll execute this. Select date name tw comma 0. So what it will give me, this is the date name function which will return the name of the day of a week. Okay, and at 0 index Monday will exist. Okay, so what we are going to do in this example, we are going to display the days of the week from Monday to Sunday. Okay, with the help of the CTE, with the recursive CTE query. Okay, so let's understand. This is the declaration and this is the two parameters we are providing. First, we are providing the index of the day of week, and we would like to display the day of a week. Okay, and this the very first query. Inside it, we have a two query. This is the first query, select 0 comma date name, and after union on we have this second query. This is okay. This is the second query. So this is the recursive query and this is the initial query. Why it's called that? This initial query is also called the declaration query. This is in the CTE, in terms of the common table expression, this query is also called the anchor. Okay, so it is the declaration. It gives the it declare the value that the query will start from the value 0. Okay, so that is called the declaration, and it will execute only once. And after that, we want this result set, the result set of this query. We want the result set of this query to be union with the recursive query. And why it is called the recursive? Because if you look carefully, we are incrementing, not incrementing, just we are taking the reference of the CTE number is nothing but a CTE itself. We are taking the data from the table, which is nothing but a CTE itself. So we are taking the reference of the CTE. So that is why it is called the recursive, and we wanted to execute it multiple times. For that we need to add the looping as well. Okay, we need to increment the values. So how we can increment? Here we have increment. We want the index to be incremented, right? We want the Monday to be displayed at 0 index, then we want the Tuesday should be displayed on the 1 index. So we want this value to be incremented. Okay, and how this loop will be executed, we need to provide one condition as well, and this is nothing but a condition. We want this loop to be executed until the number is less than 6, because there is a 6 days, right? I mean from 0 to 6, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 kind. Okay, so we want this to be, and once it is done, then we want to extract all the data. So let me do one thing. Let me execute this inner query, this only one, and let me show you how the structure would be, what we are going to expect from this query. We are expecting, in the first column we expect the index, and the second column we want the days of a week. Okay, so I hope you understand till now what we are going to do. So what I'm selecting all of it from the declaration till this point, and let me execute it. See, On the first index, Monday, then second, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, now, so this, what will happen in the very first execution, this query executed, it got displayed. Then it will join with union all with the second query, and second is what? Second is again a recursive. So it will go to the CTE again, and the value 0 was provided. So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, and here is 1 also. So if you do execute, select 1 comma date name and then 1. So what it will be? 1 Tuesday, 1 comma Tuesday. Okay, and we have, as we have union on, so it will uh, union all with this previous result set. Now what will happen again? It will check the parameter that 1 is less than 6. Yes, it is less than 6. Then it will go again to this query. It will not jump to the initial query. Okay, the initial query executed only once. Then it will again jump into this, and it will increment the value 1 plus 1, that is 2. 2 come here, then here in the 2 index, what is the day of the week? It's a Wednesday. So it got printed here. Then again 2 is less than 6. Yes, it is less than 6. Condition met. So it is again jump into the second query. Okay, recursive query. Then 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Yes, 3. And in the third index, what is the day? It's a Thursday. It's nothing but a Thursday. Okay, so it got displayed. Now 3 is less than 6. Yes, it is less than 6. It jump again, and 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Then Friday. So this will go on until the 5 value. 5 is less than 6. Yes, less than 6. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Yes, 6. And the day of the week, the sixth index is nothing but a Sunday. Then at the last, 6 is less than 6. No, it is not correct. The condition is false. So it jump out of the loop. It will go here, and then after this we will find this statement, select district from CTE number. So whatever it has joined, everything, it will display it here in the form of the result set. So this is the way the recursive CTE works. So I have given a simple example so that the concept will be clear. Now, in the practical or real scenario where you can use it, let's say in your database you have a hierarchical data, like in your organization you have an employee and a manager, the data in the same table. Okay, let's say you have a table, you have an employee data table where you have employee ID, employee first name, last name, and you have the ID of that employee also, which is to whom this employee reports to. Okay, so what will happen? So now you wanted to have the result in which you wanted the employee to be displayed with the report with that employee ID to which it is going to report with. Okay, and there is always there could be a one, if this column reports to employee ID is null, that means that this employee do not have any reporting. That means this is the senior most employee, and he is, or you can understand it as he is the CEO of organization. So he is not reporting to anyone. So his reports to employee ID is null. Okay, so in that scenario you can use the recursive CTE. So how we can do it? Similar. This is the initialization query. Okay, the first time we want to display that employee whose reports to employee ID is null. That means we want to display the CEO or the senior most employee of the organization. Then we put the union all clause, and then we put the recursive execution here where we wanted to inner join with the same CTE. Look, we are displaying employee ID, first name, last name, reports to employee ID, employee data, alias, inner join to the ECTE. ECT is nothing but our CTE which we have declared, where reports to employee ID equal to m dot employee ID. Why we are doing this condition? Because the employee ID reports to employee ID itself is an employee. Okay, let me show the table here so that you would have a better clarity how the data would be. If you see here, let's say this is one employee whose employee ID is 345, but he is reporting to none. Okay, because he is the senior most employee. Now there is a employee, his name is Priya, and employee ID is 346, but he is reporting to the 340. So 340 is nothing but employee code of another employee, which is nothing but a Suresh. So that means Priya is reporting to the Suresh. Suresh is the manager of the Priya. So this way the data, if in your database the data is stored in such way, then you can use the recursive CTE. Okay, where the report to employee ID is equal to m dot employee ID. Okay, I'll show you the output of this. See, it is giving the result here, like Ravi is the senior most employee and it is not reporting to anyone. Then we have another employees who's reporting to another employees whose code is displayed here. So in this way you can use the recursive queries. I mean, in practical scenario you can use the CTE recursive. Now as we understood how we can use the CTE for the recursive operation, now we'll understand how we can use the CTEs to delete the duplicate records. So I have one table here. Let me show you the table first to understand the structure of the table and where in like how we can delete the records if we have a duplicate record. So in this table you can understand, you can see like I have this record which is duplicated multiple times like this. ID is 1, ID is 1, ID is 1. So I have this record 4 times in the table. Likewise, I have other records also which is repeated multiple times in the table, and I wanted to delete these duplicate records and want to keep only one record. So how we can do it? We can do it with the help of the CTE here. So I have taken the same example. So the syntax will go like this only, with employee CTE as, and then we have performed this record, this inner query. If you go through and check what I'm going to do, what I'm doing here, I have provided the row number, okay, over the ID and partition by ID from this table. So what it will give, I have used the ranking function actually, row number. I have provided the sequential number to all the records based on the ID, because the ID is the key here. So if you see, so like I have provided this ID, so all the columns which is having, all the rows which is having the same ID number, it will give the sequence number to that. Like the this record 1111, it repeated 4 times, so I have provided the sequence to this number 1 2 3 4. Then again this, I have 3 records, I have provided the sequence 1 2 3. So this is what the partition by ID is doing. Okay, let us suppose, let me delete it, and if I execute it, so what it will do, it will normally it will just give the sequence number to all the records based on the ID. It is not partition the data. So let me execute it and show you the difference. So if you see here, there, what is the difference? 1114 times, but what happening here, it is providing the sequence number to all the records based on the ID. It is not partition the data. Like I'm expecting the number 1 2 3 to be allocated to this record, so that I will distinguish it, but what happened, because I have not provided the partition by, because I have not partitioned the record, I am just giving the sequence numbers to all the records based on the ID. So what it is doing, it is giving me 1 2 3 4 like that. Okay, but I wanted the records to be partitioned by, okay, I want the data to be partitioned and then provide the uh, row numbers. Okay, partition by, so I wanted to part the data on the basis of ID column, and then I wanted the order by. If I, okay, let's me execute it now. So now it is giving me data correctly, 1 2 3 4, then 1 2 3, and then because this record is only 1, so it provides the 1, then we have 3 records and 1 2 3. Just in case I have removed the order by ID, to see what will happen. So it says the function row number must always have a over clause with the order by. So we always have, why it is the why it is compulsory to have a order by clause, because see, you have to understand one thing, because we are going to provide a sequence number. If you are going to provide a sequence number, so you have to, your data to be shorted. Okay, then you can provide the sequence number. Okay, otherwise on what basis you are going to provide the sequence number? So that is why the order by clause is compulsory. Okay, so this way we have done this, and now how we can delete, the question is how we can delete the duplicate records. Now we want, now we know that we have multiple records. Now you can do one thing, you can just extract those records which is having the row number 1. So all those records will be eliminated automatically. See, so it will give you only 5 records. So that means out of 16, how many records were there? One second, how many records were there total? Total records is 16 records. Okay. So out of 16 records, only the 5 records are distinct here. 5 records are distinct. So I have extracted the records. If you want, you can do one thing. You can delete the records where Rn number is less than or greater than 1. So then it will delete all the records which is greater than 1. Okay. And this will work for you. So this way, I hope you understand today's session, in which we have demonstrated how we can use the CTE to perform the recursive operation, and how we can identify the duplicate records and delete the duplicate records and keep the only distinct records in the table. So I hope you like the video. In case if you have any query related to this session, please comment in the comment box, and thank you and have a nice day. Happy learning.